Hey, what's up you guys? It's Tyler from the Herrintons and we're back today with a brand new video. Now I have not done a video like this in a very long time. Today I'm going to be going through some of my gear. Now it's been a while since I've done a gear update video. And instead of doing all of my gear all at once, which I've done in the past, if you look back on my channel, you can see a gear update video I did way back in 2016. But a lot has changed since then, and I think that those big, long, what's in my bag videos aren't very helpful necessarily because I kind of just have to breeze through everything. So I decided I'm going to break this down into kind of sections. So for this section, we're going to be going through all of our audio gear. Now, audio is by far one of the most important things when it comes to wedding filmmaking, I believe. And audio is what I always say separates the men from the boys or the pros from the amateurs when it comes to wedding filmmaking. So we're just going to go through really quickly all the different microphones that we use, the audio recorders, and a little bit about where and when we use each one. All right, so let's jump right into it. So right off the bat, I just want you guys to know what's recording my voice right now is the Sennheiser AVX wireless kit. Now, I just picked this kit up last year towards the end of the wedding season, and I honestly have only ever really used it at one wedding as an extra audio source. I still am a little hesitant when it comes to wireless audio, but for us, the wireless audio is really great to have for things like this and for other types of commercial projects and things like that. So that's what you're hearing right now. You're hearing the lav mic that comes in the kit. And the reason I really like this kit is because it's very small and very compact. The receiver that's on my camera is XLR and it's very small, which makes it really easy to use on a wedding day. I can use both the wireless receiver here and my shotgun mic on top of my C100 simultaneously, which I really enjoy. It has really great range, the audio quality is really good, and it's just really easy to use. You just turn it on, it automatically pairs, you don't have to deal with channels or any of those types of things. What's really great is it comes in this little bag, which is nice, and inside this bag it comes with a couple different adapters so you can put it on the cold shoe mount of your camera, and it does have an XLR to 1/8 inch adapter, so if you're shooting with a DSLR that doesn't have the XLR inputs, you can plug that right in. I use it on my A6300 all the time when we're doing run and gun gimbal work where we're also needing to record audio. So it's just a really great little kit. I'm gonna link, just right off the bat, I'm gonna link to all of these things in the description down below. So if you're interested in any of this stuff, you wanna pick it up for yourself, go check it out there. I'm not gonna even talk about the prices exactly because these things change so frequently. It's around $850 for this whole kit, but again, that'll change depending on when you're watching this video. But this has been a really great option for us. I really do like having it for wedding days. For certain things like the first look, I can put it on dad if I need to really fast. And it's just easier than having to put a recorder, turn the recorder on, make sure that it's rolling, and then you have all this extra footage, all this extra audio that you don't really need. So this has been a really great kit for us. Again, I still don't trust it as like the only audio source on a wedding day because you just never really know with wireless what's gonna happen, but it's been a really awesome kit. Okay, so that's what's recording me right now. So let's just go down the line. We're gonna start here with some of our shotgun on camera mics. We'll move into the recorders and then we'll end with the lav mics, okay? So first up down here, this is the Rode NTG4 Plus. Now this is a really great shotgun microphone made by Rode, and I love it for a lot of reasons. One, it has an internal battery, which is nice that you just charge with a little USB right here in the end, which in the battery lasts forever. Like I've owned this thing for over a year and I think I've charged it twice, maybe 3 times. The battery lasts a really long time, but it's nice because you don't have to rely on phantom power and you don't have to rely on, you know, AA batteries or whatever. It just has a rechargeable battery, which lasts for a really long time. But this is a really great shotgun mic. We use this for a lot of things. I use this for all sorts of interviews, for corporate things and stuff like that. But as far as weddings go, I put this on top of my C100 on the wedding day. This is what I use to capture scratch audio and specifically to capture notes from the bride and groom. I've found that it's way easier than trying to put a lavalier mic on the bride and hook up the groom and worry about the recorder and do all that sort of stuff. I have this on top of my C100. I can control it individually just on the side of the camera, and I use this. I just get nice and close and I use this to record them reading their notes and things like that in the hotel room. The noise floor is really great and really low. Has a bunch of options as far as a high pass filter, a low pass filter, a negative 10 dB pad, and it's really great. And we recently picked up this Rycote shock mount from Rode, and again, I'll link the exact one in the description down below. But this has been a game changer for me because before, the way I had it attached to the C100, it stuck out way too far in the front. It was always getting in the photographer's way, and it just was kind of an inconvenience for everybody, and it messed up the balance of my camera, all sorts of stuff. But this is great because, as you can see, it's offset, and I can actually change where I want this to go on here. It's very customizable. So I have this offset all the way, which you can see here. So it just keeps the mic back on the camera, helps keep a low profile, but I get the really, really great sound from this microphone. So I really love this. This is the NTG4 Plus. Next up is the classic that we've had these forever and ever and ever. This is the Rode VideoMic Plus. This is the older model, the original model with the old shock mount, but they've got a couple updated versions since then, and they just came out with the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus, which has an internal battery and a bunch of really great things. But this is what we put on top of our cameras to get scratch audio on a wedding day. I used to think that this was one of the most important things to have on a wedding day, and I still do think it's important, but if you're just getting started and you're choosing between this and a lav mic, I honestly think that the lav mic is gonna be more important to you. This does help get really good, really great sounding scratch audio on a wedding day of people chatting, laughing. If there's anything that's important that's being said and you don't have lav mic set up, it is nice to have this. It's a shotgun mic, so it's very directional, so it cancels out a lot of external noises. It's a really great microphone, but I've found, again, I think the lav mic is more important to invest in when you're first getting started, but these are definitely really great. These are sort of a staple for all wedding filmmaking kits. Next up, we have our little baby microphone here. This is the Rode VideoMicro. This is the cheapest of all of the Rode shotgun mics that they have, and it's also the smallest. This one's nice. It doesn't have a battery or anything. It comes with this big, fluffy, little dead kitten thing, which is nice to include that in the box. We use this as just like on top of our third camera for again, just to have better scratch audio. It's very rare that I'm gonna rely on this for something that I absolutely need, but it's just nice. Again, it's a very small form factor. It's perfect for something like the A6300, any small DSLRs, or if you're just on the go. Again, it doesn't need a battery, which is also nice. And honestly, I got this because I had a gift card to a camera store and I needed to buy something. So that's why I picked this guy up. Again, it's nice for like vlogging and fun personal stuff. If you want to like take this on vacation, throw it in your bag. It's it's significantly smaller than the Rode VideoMic Pro. And the VideoMic Pro takes 9-volt batteries, which is kind of a hassle. Those aren't a very common battery that you see very often. So anyway, okay, so these are all the different shotgun mics that we use. Again, these just go on top of your camera to get better scratch audio. Okay, next we're going to talk about the recorder. So we use three, I guess, main recorders, and I'm gonna kind of explain to you what they are and what we use them for. Okay, so the first one, this is the Tascam DR40. This is our field recorder, and I've had this thing for a couple years. It's really, really great. It's simple, it's affordable, it gets the job done, has good preamps. It just, all in all, it's a great little recorder. What we use this for is it has XLR and 1/4-inch ports here on the bottom. So we use this primarily to tap into soundboards, whether that be in the church or to record the ceremony if the officiant is wearing a microphone that's hooked into the house sound system, or especially during the reception, we'll use this to tap into the DJ booth or into the soundboard from the band to record all the speeches. This is really, really important because that's really the best way to record all those things. You could try and put a lav on each person who's giving a toast, but it just gets very complicated, and this is really great to have. So I really like this particular one, the Tascam DR40, because it records 2 tracks simultaneously. It will record your normal track at normal, whatever you set the volume to, whatever you set your input level to, but it also records a safety track underneath that at a lower decibel pad. So for me, I always set it to -10. So it records the normal track and then another safety track with a -10 dB pad. And this is great because I can't be monitoring this during speeches. I'm running around filming and doing all sorts of other things. So I have peace of mind knowing that this is going to be, if someone starts yelling and gets really loud, that this is going to give me that safety track that's probably going to save me. It takes 2 AA batteries, so it's nothing super crazy, SD cards, all the normal stuff. And in a pinch, I have used these microphones on the top. They are pretty good. So if there is a a podium or something that's being read from, and I don't have any way of tapping into the sound system. Sometimes the churches, you don't have access to that. I'll set this on there and use these to record, so at least I have some sort of audio source coming from those podiums. It's just very versatile, very easy to use, and again, it's pretty affordable. Okay. The next recorder that we've used for a really long time, this is the Roland R05. Now this is the primary recorder that I use for the groom, and I plug our main lav into this. This goes into the groom's pocket, and this is recording the speeches and the vows during the ceremony. We've had this forever and ever and ever. This was probably one of the first things that I ever bought, and this is a great little mic. It's a good size. You can see it's not very big. It's easy to use. The battery lasts a long time. There's nothing really fancy about it other than the fact that it sounds really good, and my favorite feature is that it has a built-in limiter. So basically what a limiter does is if someone starts to get close to peaking, the limiter is going to automatically push that down, so they don't actually peak. It just basically like lowers the level. But with some limiters, you can hear where it kicks in and it's very obvious. But this is a very soft, gentle limiter, and I've never had any problems with this. I have absolutely no problem throwing this on the groom, and I just trust with 100% certainty that it's going to sound great when I get it back. I've been using it for so long, I just trust it with my life, really. It has the ability to put all the buttons on hold, so it's really nice. Again, it also has built-in microphones on the top if you absolutely need to use those. I don't normally, but yes, this is a great little pocket recorder. Okay, so the next thing we're talking about here is kind of a combo. It's a combo of a lav and a recorder, so we'll sort of move into the next section. But this is the Tascam DR10L. Now, this is one of our newer purchases that we just got last year, and these are all the rage right now when it comes to wedding filmmaking. So what you get when you purchase the Tascam DR10L is it comes in this nice pouch. You get the recorder, which as you can see is very small. It's half the size of this Roland and about the same thickness, right? So it's very small, and it has a belt clip and all this stuff, so it's very easy to use. It doesn't have hardly any buttons on it. It just has a simple record switch on the side, and again, it has a lot of the same features where it has a limiter, it has the dual track recording, so you can have a safety track, and it's just a really great little microphone or little recorder that's easy to hide on a groom or on a bride or an officiant or whoever. But what's great about this is because it's only about $200 for this, it comes with a lav mic, right? So a lot of times you'll have to pick these things up separately, but what's really great is that this comes with a lav mic. Now, what you can see on here is I actually have it set up with the way that we do our microphones and the way that we hide our lav mics on the grooms is with these rye coat stickies, as you can see right here. And this one actually is called an overcover, and we also use the undercover. So these are made by Rycoat. These are so important for a wedding day. I personally, like right now you can see I have the lav sticking out, and I actually never ever do this, especially on a wedding day. I like to hide the mic on the groom, on the officiant, so you can't see it, and it just helps add to the story. It doesn't take the viewer out of the story, reminding them that there's a microphone on there. So we use these to hide them. But the Tascam DR10L comes with all of this that you see here, and it's just a really great little setup for $200. If you're just getting started, I highly suggest picking this up. You're not gonna find a cheaper lav mic recorder combo with this kind of quality for a cheaper price. So this is definitely the go-to first lav mic that I highly suggest that anybody picks up. It also comes with clips, so you can clip it to their shirt or however you want to do it. It does have the locking mechanism. There's just a lot of really great things about this recorder that I really like. One small thing that you should know is that it does use a micro SD card slot on the side, which is different than all the other recorders that I have, which use a regular SD card, but that's not really that big of a problem, and it comes with a card when you purchase it. So this is a really great little option. So we have that. That's sort of like our secondary audio source. I'll put that on the officiant if need be. Okay, so I already talked about the Roland, and now our main lav that we use on our grooms and just as our main lav is the Countryman B6. Now this microphone is absolutely fantastic. Let me take it out here. You can see that I have it set up with the overcover. Let me pull that off so you can see just how small this microphone is. So if you hold this up, compare this to the one that I'm wearing, this is a tiny little mic cap. capsule, but the sound out of this thing is amazing. It's professional quality. Again, this is rather pricey. It's about $350, I want to say, for this, just for the microphone, but I've had this for years and years and years, and it works really, really great. It's perfect for hiding on the grooms. It has a great pickup pattern. Usually this is all that I need to pick up the groom and the bride and the officiant. Again, I still do put the Tascam on the officiant if possible, but I have relied on this for years as my only audio source. It's just a really great sounding mic, great quality. It's waterproof, it's durable. They use these for professional, like, things like Broadway and stuff like that. They'll hide it on people's glasses and all sorts of stuff. So this is just a really, really great microphone. And this is what we use. We attach this into the Roland and it sounds really good. But what's nice about it is it can also attach into my Sennheiser wireless lav kit if I need to. It can go into the Tascam, and it's just very versatile and a really great sounding mic. Now, I don't know if I'd necessarily recommend this as the first one that you pick up. Again, it is a little on the pricier side, but I've had this for years. This was actually the first mic I bought. I didn't really know any different, so it's lasted forever. I did have one instance where it shorted out on me after 4 or 5 years, but I sent it in and they repaired it for me at no charge, which was really great. So that is the Countryman B6. And then the last thing I have to show you, which we don't really use anymore, but we do keep in our bag just as an extra. This is the Rode Smart Lav. And basically what this is just a small little lav mic that is designed to work with iOS devices. So if you have an iPhone, this is going to be for you. And as you can see, it is just a normal, lav mic here. But on this end, it is designed to plug into an iPhone, and it works with an app. Rode has their own app that you can just download to your phone, and you can record audio that way. Now this, if you're on a really tight budget, is a really, really great option. The closer you can get the microphone to your client, the better it's gonna sound. So just starting off, this is a really great option. It's only, I wanna say, it's less than $100 for this. I wanna say it's around 60. Don't quote me on that. But this is a great option if you already have a phone, or if you have an old phone that's just laying around that has, you can just turn the Wi-Fi on, download that app, and use that as a great lav mic if you can't afford a recorder and in a lav at this time. So there you go. All right, so that is it. That is all of our audio gear that we use. And we kind of mix and match all these different things depending on the project, depending on what we're doing. I explained it to you and how we use all this stuff for weddings. But again, audio is one of those things that's super, super, super important. And I highly suggest that you invest in audio as one of the first things that you do. If you're just getting started, the Tascam DR10L is the way to go. I highly suggest getting this, and then you can kind of build your way up to all this other stuff as you go. So that's it. That is what is in our audio kit. If you're interested in purchasing any of this stuff, you just want to see prices, you want some more information about it, check out my kit down below where I have all of this stuff linked, and you can see exactly what it is that we have. If you have any questions about anything that you saw here, or just anything about audio in general, please go ahead and leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, go ahead and like this video. That's super helpful to us. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Tyler from the Herritons, and I'll see you in the next one.